What's going on, you tubes? OGs, Nitro RCs here, coming at you again from the Nitro Corner. Episode 96, y'all. Episode 96. Yep. Big nines. Six, something like that. Anyway, how you guys doing tonight? Good. I hope. Me, as you see, I'm in the middle of a mess. I'm going to have a mess here for a little bit until my mind, which is a mess by itself, figures out what I want to do, because I have I have 4 engines sitting here. And, yeah, junk. Don't know if it's junk. I'm about to see if it'll start. This is the one that I got on trade that supposedly lost or doesn't have very good pinch or whatever. I got this from Lotus. I watched him run it. It seemed to run good, but like I said, I don't know what it runs like after it heats up. And this is too bad too, because this is an AE. I put this HPI pipe on here just now, guys. Full transparency right before the video started. I mounted this up to see if it would fit before I attempt to start it, because see, I still got the paper in the carburetor, because you gotta have a pipe on it to start it, otherwise it's just gonna be stupid loud. But yeah. But I don't know what it runs like after it warms up, if it expands and shuts down like like it would if the piston is wore out on it. The sleeve is stretched really bad. So, I'm pretty sure Lotus knows. He's pretty smart fella when it comes to this kind of shit. Smarter than I am. He plays around with the piston scales and stuff like that too, something I don't do. So, hey, I'll give him credit. It's probably messed up. But we're going to see if we can get it started, which is, like I said, again, too bad, because this is a 1.5. But I'm thinking about buying a pinch kit and all that kind of stuff down the road. We'll get into that discussion later on. But right now, yeah, I have a lot of tore up stuff that we need to go over and go through. I know this runs. This, I believe, is an SS12R, HPI SS, HPI 12R as they call them, or SSs for the Super Sports. But this came out of the RS42 that I got on trade from Mr. Lotus Son. And I know this runs. We fired this up here on the table, and this little summit runs really good. So we know he's cool. He's a good engine, good backup engine, whatever we want to call him, for the RS4s. We're not worried about that right now. And being a 12, it's a little bit too small for the MTs. I'd like at least a 15 to an 18. But we're going to keep him as a good backup engine for the RS4s. So we can pretty much take him off the table anyway, if we want to. And move on with other stuff as we get to it, because the last thing you guys watched me play with was the OS, what is it, the CRV? I can't remember what the hell the numbers are in them damn things, or letters, or whatever the frick they are. But anyway, the CRV, CVR, whatever, the OS 18 with the stretch sleeve. I don't know. I mean, I got to really push to get that piston within a 1/16 of an inch of the top of the cylinder. I got to really work it to get it up in there. It ain't like these. This one right here, this is out of this 15 right here. You see this? Kind of hard for you guys to see because of the lighting. The camera's blocking it. But yeah, you see this? That goes all the way to the top. Nice and easy. So there's no questions about it. Well, that OS don't do that. That OS takes a little bit more work than that to get up through there. It takes a lot more work than that, actually. This right here, this is the other HPI, probably a 12. You see that? Right to the top. Yeah, so there's no doubt about these two right here being stretched. The OS isn't quite that bad. Yeah, it could be a figment of my imagination on the OS. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, we're going to check out this 15. And before we get on with that, we're going to cannibalize this one to see if the front bearing will fit in this one. This 15 is the one I would like to use in the second MT2, unless I just flat out buy another one, because I have a brand new one up there in the box, and maybe we'll just buy another brand new one in the box. Who knows? But either way, yeah, this one's in mint shape. The piston and sleeve came right out with no problems whatsoever. The crank looks good. The button looks good. Everything looks good on this. The head's in good shape. I mean, it's just a really nice, clean engine for being burnt up and stretched out as bad as it is. It is in extremely good shape. coming out of that MT2. I just can't believe that something in that good a shape, like this one, like this HPI, which is what it's confusing to me, but this one's the same way. This is so clean. The cylinder, the sleeve came right out of it very easy. Everything came apart. It's super clean, and it's baked. I mean, it's been stretched beyond all recognition. I don't know how that could happen without showing more wear on the engine than what I'm looking at, because there's not very much wear on this engine, nor this one over here. So, anywho, if you guys do me a favor before we get any further down the line of this road here, if you guys would smash that like button for me, please, I'd greatly appreciate it. Give the old man a like, comment. You know, let's keep the algorithm happy. Let's keep it fed. Let's keep it going. I'm getting notifications again today on 2 of my other videos and a couple of my shorts, you know, with over 500 views, 1,000 views. So we're doing really good, guys. We just need to keep it going, you know, and you guys are doing an outstanding job, and I love and appreciate and respect each and every one of you guys that's helping me out on this journey. You know, we're so close to, I think, 440 subs that we're knocking on the door. We're getting there. And I'm not putting out the best content. I know that. A lot of this, you know, feeder content like I'm doing right now, but this is stuff that needs to be done. I do need to get these engines in order and get them fixed and get them mounted. We went through the TC3s and got those things, flagships. The 1.2 and the 1.5, they're in both my TC3s. After we tore them down here on the table, you guys watched me do that and put them back together. They are flawless. Those are 2 studs right now. They will run awesome this summer. I can't wait. Well, I need to get the RS4s finished up, and I need to get the MT2s finished up, and then I'll have all my 10 scales that I want to play with this year on deck and ready to go with no worries before I transition back over into the electric side, you know, with the Creighton 6S like I'm looking at getting, and possibly the Fire Team and stuff like that. A couple of the other ones to go with my Max, and to go with my Slash, and to go with my crawlers. I'm looking at the new Capra 8 scale, the Helamon. That thing's a monster. I mean, it does so much. It'd be dumb not to buy that crawler. So that's something else I'm looking at too. So much on the table, guys. So much on the table. So videos will get better. Videos will get better. Right now, we're just trying to keep ourselves busy. And as my boy Rink says, we're trying to get rid of all the low-hanging fruit. You know, get rid of the low-hanging fruit, the stuff not so important, like these engines and stuff, and the cars put back together and get them on the shelf ready for summertime, because we can't do anything else right now with a foot of snow outside. And it's raining and freezing rain right now on top of the foot of snow that we got in the last couple of days here in Michigan. So, yeah, we're not doing too much outside, guys. So we're stuck inside pickling with this crap. So, with that being said, if you guys smash that like button for me, please, I'd greatly appreciate it. Comment. Let's chit-chat in the comments like we've been doing. So many new subscribers coming through and stuff, leaving comments. That's great. I appreciate the support so much. You guys just have no idea. Hold on, guys. I got a sneeze. Yeah, sinuses are still a factor. But we're doing great. So please smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or just consider subscribing to the channel. And I'm glad you're here right now. And let's get on with this video. 8 minutes and 10 seconds in. So we're going to put this back together. And I'm going to bring you back over here, over the table, so you guys can see a little bit better, probably somewhere in this area up here. But we're going to put this HPI 3.0, which is their 18. They call it the 18, okay? And the funny part is this HPI that's right here, I don't know what size this is. All I know is there's exactly 20 thousandths difference between this piston and this piston. 20 thousandths difference, which is a lot when you put them side by side, kind of like that. But at the same time, not really. Because to put that on a perspective, and some of you guys that don't know this, 20 thousandths thick, $1 bill. $1 is 6 thousandths thick. So you take $3 bills and press them down. That's the difference in thickness between this one and this one in diameter. They are totally different. Totally different. I'm not for sure what size this HPI is. I thought it might be a 15, but a 15 is a lot smaller than what it's reading. Because like right now, it's reading 645 thousandths. That's, half an inch, 16th to 8th of an inch, over a half an inch, something like that. And this one right here is 664. 664, 644. 20 thousandths difference between this one and this one. I have no idea what size this HPI one is right here. It's not marked on the block nowhere. I've tried Googling the numbers, unless my good buddy A2RC, who's another engine guru and takes them apart and looks at them all the time, has some idea what size this actually is. So I might someday replace the piston and sleeve of this one too. I don't know what that is. It came out of the SS18, but it is not an 18. It's not an HPI 18 because this is an HPI 18. This is the 3.0, which is considered, if you Google it, it says it is considered the 18 of HPI. So if that's the case, this and this are two totally different sizes, and this cannot be an 18 if this one's an 18. So this came out of my red HPI 18SS. So I don't know what size it actually is. I have no idea. All I know is that it is shot. The piston and stuff is gone, so we are going to cannibalize the shit out of it. I know the carb is nice. The carb actually works in quite a few things. I mean, the carb works in this block, this 18 block. Yeah, the carb works in that. It actually even works in the OS block too. Yes, it does. It'll work in that one just as much. It's just as well. So we're going to keep the carb. You know, we got the roto start back plate. We have an air filter. We have one-way bearing, which is, I've been sitting here before I started this video beating my head because I don't know where where my one-way is for this engine right here. It's gone. It's not here on this table anywhere. This is the only one-way I have on the table, and I have 3 engines sitting here. So we're going to cannibalize this. We're going to take the flywheel off, the clutch wheel, the clutch button, the shoes. We're going to take everything out of it. All of it. We're going to measure this front bearing, because the front bearing in this case right here was shot. We're going to see how much difference the size is in these front bearings. If it's substantial, which they kind of look the same, but they kind of don't. The casing's definitely different. So we're going to measure the bearings, see if they're the same. If not, I'll check out one of the other engines and see what that bearing is for that one. Because this bearing is what, a 19? What that is, a 7? Yeah, this is a 19 by 10 by 6, 19 by 6, 19 by 6 by 7. So we're going to use that. What else did we have going on here? Oh, the boot. I have a boot here. I need another boot, I think, for this carburetor or the OS carb. The OS carb, the boot is bad on it. So we're going to look into that too. We're going to put this carburetor back together. We got a lot to do here, guys. So for starters, I'm going to bring you over, put you down. We're going to put this 15 back together. And then at the end of the show, we're going to try to fire up that 15, the AE, the old Team Associated 22-ish year old engine. We're going to fire this bad boy up, if it will. We haven't tried it since we got it from the Lotus Man. And I don't know if it'll start or not. He said it did. I watched him run it, so I'm assuming it will start. If it does, well, I got a hard time tearing the motor apart. Yeah, and I said motor, not engine. We're not having that fight. I got a hard time tearing the motor apart and parting it out when it starts and runs. That's just bad juju to do that. Bad juju. So we'll stick him up on the shelf if he does run with the rest of them and give him a little safe place, hang out, and you know, maybe we'll get lucky and find a piston and sleeve for him someday too. So anywho, we'll put you guys in timeout for a quick second, bring you over the table. We're going to commence to putting this sucker right here back together. Be right back. Okay guys, here we go. Let's see what we can do here real quick. First off, we need to take this apart, this HPI one over here, and get him apart so we can see what size this is. That's what we need to do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Yep. That was a little funky. Everything was tight that wasn't supposed to be tight. This is so tight on the crank nut that it actually took the whole thing apart. Look at that. Inside bearing and outside bearing that goes on the crank. So this thing's got Loctite on it. That's why you guys can't see a damn thing I'm doing either. This freaking camera. Alright. Yeah, this thing's got Loctite all over it. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yes, that is. So let's pop this off real quick, guys. Let's just take this thing apart. Hold on, guys. Alright. Come on. You got a washer or shim on it? Yes, it does. Goes there. Got the crawler boys on in the background, back there talking yank, as they are. Okay, there's that. There's some crank. Okay. Bearings all look good in this. Bearings look good in this. Well, this ain't gonna be no good because I can't tap these bearings out, fellas. No, we can't. We cannot tap these bearings out. No way to tap those out. I do not see it. You guys can't see a damn thing I'm doing. You guys can't see nothing I'm doing. Oh shit. Yep. I don't think this is going to happen, fellas. I do not think it is going to happen. Nope, it's not going to happen, fellas. It is not going to happen. We would keep tapping it a little bit at a time. Yeah, he does not want to come out of there. Nope. This could be a waste of time, fellas. Big old, big old, big old, big old waste of time. Because I do not foresee this bearing coming out of here in any sort of way. No, I do not. Nope, nope, nope. So, with all that being done and beat up and clanked up and just destroyed on the inside, we are going to leave him alone and throw him off to the side and basically throw him away like we had planned on doing. because he is shot inside and out. And we're going to carry on with this one, the one that we want to keep, the one that we want to make all better again. We're going to leave the piston and sleeve out of it. We're going to leave the front bearing out of it because we have to. We'll put the crank back in it. Of course, that just falls right back in there like it's supposed to. Alright. And then we will get our back plate and all the other goodies on here. Put that in here. And we got our crank on the bottom. And our pin. The mystery pin. Yes, sir. The good old mystery pin. Just like that. Mystery pin on the bottom. Starter point in the bottom. Got to get all our crank screws back, or our back plate screws back out. Get these back together. I'm going to get this engine put back together, and we're just going to set it off to the side like the OS. And then it'll be out of the way. So that goes there, and that goes there, and that goes in there like that. Boom. And the holes are all lined up. So we can go back through and tighten these all up. No piston, no sleeve in it. Just the bare necessities until we get the parts we need, which are 70 bucks off eBay. We'll be getting those soon. Until then, we'll put the other one together. One thing at a time, boys and girls. One thing at a time. So, these are all carburetor parts right here. All carburetor parts. This is the clutch and the clutch bearings and the shims, which are awesome. These right here should be just standard size bearings. Yes, they are. They fit everything. So that's a good thing. Good thing. It goes over there like that. Okay. Now, the one way. We only have one. What's going on there? What's going on there? Even though this is not right, this is supposed to be over here on the bottom, not on top. These MT2s, you gotta have the roto start over here in the bottom corner, opposite of where we're used to putting them at for the big trucks like the Savages and stuff like that. So put that in there. Get that in there. Okay. Back plate on, no front bearing. There's a front bearing, but it doesn't have any of the shields on it. And we're not going to pound it back in there because this thing is see-through now. See-through. But just because it's see-through, we can kind of sorta put things back together. You know, like we can put our crown on, flywheel. Oh, almost enough room to get that nut on there. Almost. Turn around the other way we can. There's our clutch nut. Then we have clutch bell. Here's our clutch shoes and bearings and everything else. Good to go. And most importantly, our shims, which go underneath the button, which go into the sleeve, even though the sleeve is shot. And the piston, we're going to keep all this together just like that. We're going to put that in a separate wrap by itself. So that'll stay there just like that. That's how that's going to stay there. And then our clutch and all the shims and our clutch nut. Got our clutch shoes, which we really can't put back on here like that. There we go. Because it's upside down. Put that on there like that. Bearings. Bearings. And all 26 of these damn shims and washers. Literally, there's like fucking 4 or 5 of them here. Some go on the inside, some go on the outside. The rest of all these go on the inside, to be honest, guys. But I don't know if this even fit on here because we don't have it set right. We're just trying to get it together to take up room right now. That's all we're after. Boom, boom. There you go. And boom. Now, if this will sit down on here like that, then we can get this in here a little bit. Just to hold it in, everything in place like this. Just like that. That's all we needed to do. That's it. That is that, minus putting the cradle back on it, which we're going to do too. So we know this cradle goes with this engine. This is the HPI one. Keep everything together. Because I'm hoping within a week I'll have the money, because I spent my other money on my crawler, but my crawlers, I should say. But so hopefully by next week I'll have the money to get this, so I won't have to sit up here on the show for very long. But while it is up there, it needs to have all the pieces with it. Don't lose anything, because you all know when we put this sucker back together, we're going to start it up right here on the table like we always do. We're going to put this carburetor together, and we're going to get this other one over here with my left hand's at, junked out, the cadaver, because this thing is basically, it's busted up. I can heat it up and try getting these bearings out of here, the front and back, but it's a spotless clean motor. It was in very good shape. Not so much anymore. So, but we got a header. We got all kinds of other goodies that are going to come off from it. We're not going to worry ourselves about it. We're going to put a better engine in there. And that SS18, we will put an 18 in it. We will put a 3.0. We'll put one of these in there. The brand new one in the box. That's like this is going in there. So yeah, it's getting quite the upgrade. Quite the upgrade. So, there's that, there's that. There's this, and we should be able to get this just like that. Let's take this out of here just for a second. Take the head screws out, because once we close this bad boy up, that's where it's going to sit. That's where it's going to sit. Alright. Shim. Head shim. Head shim. Boom, just like that. No need to go any further with it. Now we put our cooling head back on here. Very carefully. And drop these bad boys down in here. 2.5. one. You guys can't see what I'm doing, and I apologize for that. I don't have much room here. There's two. Because I got to get these in here, but I can't tighten the head down. Like I can't tighten it down at all hardly because I don't want to push the button down with the piston and sleeve. I don't want to push it down in there. I just trying to give everything a good place just to hang out until resurrection day comes. So a little tighten here, a little tighten there. Just like that. Nothing's barely wobbly in there. So that's good. That is perfect. Just what we want. Alright, now we're going to slap this carburetor back together real quick. We're going to get, I don't know if this header will fit on here or not. It's an HPI header. It should. Should, right guys? Thinking it would. Let's see if it will. Alrighty. Alrighty. Sorry if you guys can't see. Boom, there it is. Header's on. Cool. Now, we know these are 3.0s, even though here's my 3.0 sticker, which I wanted to glue back on there. We'll keep them in the bucket just in case. Now we're going to slap this carburetor back together. 18 minutes in, we're probably about a half an hour in or so, and we're good. Carb is clean. I'm going to Q-tip it out just to make sure. Okay. Some cosmic debris in there, nothing really major, just oil. Okay. Okay. And there's our oil ring. I was going to say, where the hell is my oil ring at? Very first thing we don't want to lose. Oh, it broke. Are you freaking kidding me? I got one on the inside. There's still one down here in the bottom. I'm not really that concerned about it. But it's just a principle. It really is just a principle. Alright, idle screw going in. We don't want that in there that far because we got to get the barrel in. Alright. We have our spring. Very good, very good. And we have this. And we have our low end. Okay. High end needle. High end needle. High end needle. Hold on, guys. We can press the oil off here. I don't like that. Pardon. Got a lot of oil on these parts. A lot of oil on these parts, guys. Okay. There's our low end needle. That were bad. Roscoe's going to slide in there like that. Like that. Just like that. Okay. with me, fellas. I gotta find this groove. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else in there. Okay, so we gotta get our spring in there first off. There's our spring. Our little bitty spring. If you guys never taken one of these apart, you don't know what life's about until you take it apart and deal with this little spring. It's even worse when you got stray dog hair floating around. Carefully push it up in there, and then you have your idle screw. You gotta crank that down on there, and boom, there you go. Idle screw is in. Idle screw is in and set pretty good, actually. Alright, let's leave that like that. Let's get our low end needle in here. Crank him in to about flush, or 2 or 3. While that's open, we're going to run this in. Right about there. Possibly yes, possibly yes. And we got our high end, and this has the big one and the little one. And the big one goes on top, so it fits up on the needle like that. Then you have your nipple. Then you have your bottom one that fits on the bottom, that goes over the bottom like that. And that actually goes into the carved body like that. We will tighten this up just a wee bit like that. I'm going to run our high end needle in. All the way to the bottom, guys. Boom. Where's it at? Alright, back it off. 1, 2, 3 turns. That brings it all the way up to the top. Alright. Alright. This is supposed to be flush. That's awful gapped out if that's supposed to be flush. I'm telling you right now, boys. There's a hell of a gap in there. And that low end. Yes, it is. But gotta have a starting point. That's what we'll start it off at. And then we have our boot. We do not have our boot. What happened to our boot? We were just talking about that a little while ago. Let's put our clamp washer on there. Put our boot on here best we can. That goes, and why this one has to be screwed on here for, I don't know. It's just too small or something. There we go. So we're going to tighten this up. That's closed all the way, right? Let's see here. I'll put junction nut back on here, which I believe we had a socket that fit that. I thought we had a socket that fit that. I'm probably wrong. Probably real wrong. Boom, 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 boom. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had to try finding something to fit this. All right, we got to figure this out, and we have no idle gap. It's kind of rough, guys. It's a little tight in there. It's actually really tight in there. I don't know why. It ain't because of this. Way down there. Way down there, fellas. This thing needs to be over here, like that. At least there. So let's tighten him up there. Even though none of this really matters, because we got to put him all back together anyway, or take it apart anyway. Not really all the way down, but close. When it comes time to put him back together. Boom, there he goes. There's that. Spin the nipple around to where we're going to sort of want that. The nipple's up front because the tank's up front. So with all that like that, boom, just like that. There it is. He is back together and waiting for a new piston and sleeve. Bada boom, bada bing. Time check real quick, guys. Hold on. Alright guys, we're at about 40 something minutes. I'm going to cut you out of here. But first, we got to put him up on the shelf. We know that he's waiting on piston and sleeve, and we can put the clutch and everything back together properly, put everything back together the way it's supposed to be, put the header back on him, or the coupling back on him with the pipe, which is over here, which is now on the AE15, so we can see if we can start that up. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are going to see if he will run, if he'll start, and even idle for a second. We ain't going to mess with him. We're not going to tear him apart. I can't do that. I need to put him in something to see how long the compression holds on him, or see exactly what it was that Lotus was talking about when Lotus said that it's got weak compression. Either way, we have to see. So, even though with all that being said and all, we're going to figure out what is going on with this here in just a second. Since I fold my laundry up over here. Crack open this Fresh Hugs. Look at that, boy. Look at that, boys. Fresh Hugs, the blue hugs, the blue popsicles. Oh, you know how good those are. Nectar of the gods, fellas. Nectar of the gods. So we have a cooling head that we don't know what size is or what it goes to, so can't really muck with him too much. We got a very good glow plug inside of it, so that's good. We have a roto start. We have a nice air filter, which will fit right on this HPI engine. Maybe. Actually, acts like it's almost too small for it. Another good flywheel. Clutch bell, bearings, a crank, which we can measure and try to figure out something on this, because it is tiny. But it's covered in Loctite. Whoever would have did that, it's a little weird. A couple clutch shoes. We got a lot of parts in here, boys. Engine mounts, which are going to turn out to be beneficial. Everything but the crankcase is good. Crankcase is shot, and piston and sleeve is shot. So that being said, let's see if Mr. AE15 is going to cooperate. Put a little fuel in him. Hold on, guys. Check my phone. Really quick, like. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Little fuel. Wish I had a fuel tank for him, guys. Don't you? Don't you wish we had a fuel tank for him? But what happened to all that fuel line? We had 18 miles of old fuel line up here that we did not throw away, that we kept right here, guys, that we kept for just such an occasion. I can't remember what we did with it. Do you guys remember what we did with it? I seriously don't know what we did with it, and we had a lot of it. What the hell? Hold on a second, guys. Let me look around. Let me look around. Now I'm curious as hell as to where all that went, because I had a big pile of it. Sorry about that, fellas. Fuel line, fuel line, fuel line. We got fuel line everywhere over here. Okay, we have a top feed tank, which is always a plus. Going to the carburetor, which is always a plus. We have our pressure line, which goes to the exhaust, which is always a plus, just like that. And voila, we put some fuel in it, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Haha, here we go, fellas. We're gonna see if it's gonna start. We're gonna see if it's gonna start. If it does, you guys are seeing it here on the OG channel again first. We just primed it, so if it hits, it's gonna hit. You get some shop rags over here to soak up some of this fuel or fumes. Hopefully the idle's not screaming. All right, forever the RC gods, boys. All right, we need to crank that idle up a little bit now that we got that sucker started. Sounds a little fat. There you go, freak. Somebody holding a Nitro in their hand while it's running. If you wanted to see it. There you go, bro. A little chunky. He's a little chunky. He's choking himself out. He's a little fat. But you know what, guys? He's running. About to shoot a hole in my new pipe with that flywheel, too. Yeah, there we go, boys. boys and girls. We got another runner. We got another runner. That's all we wanted to see. Now, let's unhook this stuff. Put all this up there. Put all this up here. Put the fuel tank over there. Now we're going to start him up again to run out what's left inside of him. Which there should be a little bit left in there. That was it. Put the piston on the bottom, just like that. Boom. Yes, guys, yes. He is good to go. The Lotus engine is good to go. Proper. Score 1 for the OG. Good job, Lotus. Good job. Good job. He says it gets weak, or he says it's stretched out, or loses compression. A little light in the pinch. I guess we'll leave him just the way he is, because he's worth keeping. He's a 15. He's a 20-something-year-old 15. In my eyes, he's pretty good. Yes, he is. In my eyes, he's all right. He's all right in the eyes of the OG. He's all right in the eyes of the OG. Look at these little bitty air filters. Well, they don't want to fit on nothing. Itty bitty suckers. All right. There he is, fellas. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Now let me suck this fuel back out of this fuel tank, if we can, without making too much of a mess. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Fuel tank is empty. Good used fuel line is off. Fuel bottle is plugged up. And there we go. There we go, fellas. There we go. There we go. 2 engines. AE, HPI. Proper. Just the way we like them. Boom, boom. There's the thumbnail. Just like that. Like it, like it, like it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, boys and girls. You made it with me this far. Love, respect, appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for coming along while we put this big boy right here back together and made sure that we just need a piston and sleeve. We get that $70. We're going to order him up, slap him in. He's going in the mini G. He's going in little G, little grubby. The little grubby's getting this heart right here, because the new heart that's in the box up there, the factory new one, that one's going in the SS behind me. So yeah, this is little G's heart right here. Little grubby, mini grubby, little G. That's who that is right there. And this badass Team Associated 15 right here, that's probably 22, 23 years old. Yep, he's going in, he's just going to go up on the shelf and sit and be a good boy. I'm about to shoot a hole with that new pipe. That'll piss me off. And got a brand new HPI pipe that's going to go on there when we slap him in the MT2, so we're set. Everything is golden, fellas. Sitting just the way it is right now. Everything is golden. So, with all that being said, I appreciate you guys being here with me. OGs, Nitro RCs coming at you from the Nitro Corner, episode 96. And, hey, this is where we get shit done. Fix shit, talk about shit, sometimes break shit, and put shit back together. We get shit done. You guys got to watch the 15 start up for the first time for us, anyway, here. CH on that, that's interesting. Here on the table, live in the Nitro Corner. So, with all that being said, guys, smash that like button for me if you would, please. Subscribe to the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. You know, OG, this is where we get the shit done. We're doing great. We're doing fabulous. You guys are just kicking so much ass, it's insane. I can't believe how much support I'm getting from the community. I cherish all you guys for it. I really do. I try to help out as much as I can. I'm in as many groups as I can be. I'm modding in 6 different groups right now and helping everybody out, even the guys that are behind me right now. I'm a mod in that group. If I was in there, they know what I'm doing. It's just a great thing going on right now. It's a great time to be in the RC hobby, guys. So that being said, let's keep it going. And OG, Nitro RC's here, coming at you from OG's Nitro Corner. Appreciate, love, and respect you guys being here. Stick around. Coming up next is probably going to be, we're going to start building the MT2 behind me, or we're going to stick that new HPI 3.0 in the SS truck. One or the other. Something's coming on strong in the next episode, 97, coming up. Love you guys. Talk to you in a little bit. Peace.